I'm with Rob Hancock from Pheonix Automotive Development, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you've just taken on the Quantum project, so it's a marque that's got a great history.
It is.
What's your plans for the business?
Initially, there's a lot of old cars out there that their values have dropped beyond belief, really. So initially, our plan is to get the values of those cars up by offering cheap panels and factory support for spares, as well as obviously offering new cars. As you can see, we've got an old brand new shell here that's going to be built, and really get the enthusiasm back that the marque has sort of lost over the last couple of years. So
that's all promising stuff.
Hopefully.
Yeah. As a Quantum owner, that's all music to my ears. Now, I presume, you know, offering cheap panels is not a viable long-term business plan.
No.
So I take it there'll be a sort of a cut-off point whereby we sort of work on bringing the values up. I know that there's members of the Owners Club are planning to work on bringing the values up and ensuring them at a reasonable rate for the work that actually goes into building them. So from the manufacturer's perspective, what do you see as the time scale for gradually bringing this up?
I think over a fairly short period, if we can get the values of the cars up, so people aren't selling for 200 quid, they're selling for 5, 6, 7, 8,000 pounds, which is what they're worth. We all know that is
what they should be. Yes.
A bang in a bumper here, if that was £1,000, the car gets written off and goes to scrap. A bang in a bumper there, the car is worth £7,000, £800 to £1,000 for a front end, the car gets repaired. While the car is only worth 200 quid, it gets thrown away, which is no good to anybody. We've got a pile of moulds, a barn full of moulds for all of these cars that, unless they're being used, they're worthless from a business point of view. From an enthusiast point of view, the cars need to look absolutely A1. Driving around in a scruffy car, no one looks at.
And the Extreme, obviously there's still a market for those.
There is. The Extreme, we're doing panels for the Extreme at the correct money. We're offering a small discount for people to upgrade to the new style, but that car is pretty much holding its own. We're getting strong inquiries, both in the UK and abroad. So you know, that one, we're not too bothered about that car at the moment.
Yeah.
That's sort of ticking along nicely.
And for the record, what is the price for an Extreme kit for someone who is interested, as I have you captive audience?
The old price I think was 7,995 for the comprehensive kit, which is what we're keeping it at. And to remind people, that's a stainless steel monocoque chassis. And it's extremely well designed as well. We're talking about every single nut, bolt, screw, everything's been thought out on that chassis. Absolutely.
It's a real just assembly job, isn't it,
yes.
that car?
We've also developed a lightweight and more streamlined wishbone setup, rose jointed, which is also TIG welded. So that brings the whole kit then into absolutely the top notch. It's up there with the Ultimas.
It is in terms of quality, yes.
In terms of quality, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, and now in terms of the saloons and the 2 Plus and the H4 moulds went over to Iran, so there's not a great deal you can do about that.
We've got front end and we've got repair panels.
Right, so you can offer repairs.
We can get them back up to scratch.
Right,
so, and we've got doors, I do believe, as well.
Brilliant. So. And the 2 Plus and the saloon, obviously because of the age of the donor cars, it's not practical to offer them as kits. But in terms of restoration work, there'll be, you know, that, as you said, £200 is
it's madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
So is there going to, you know, I've been talking to the Owners Club, and I think down the line we're going to start a restoration project where we start buying the cars and selling them at the correct price, and you know, I think that's the way forward with those.
That's something that the company could help out with.
So
I would be keen to do so.
So what's the story with the bumper?
Okay, this is the bottom half of Eddie's development that we've grafted onto the coupe, and this will be available as an upgrade option when it's finished. We're taking moulds off, and hopefully at sensible money again to get people to upgrade and bring the cars a bit more up to date.
To remind people, I can vouch for as an owner of a saloon, it really is something special. There's only 215 of them, so how many 2+2s do you know that were made?
Don't know. We haven't had a chance to go through the files yet.
Yeah.
Probably around the 400. So it's
there's a few more. So they're
again, they're not fetching anywhere near the values.
No, they're
that
not.
They should be.
No.
Yeah, and that's what needs to change.
So
with factory backup, so people can buy the parts, because that's something else. If they've not been able to buy the parts for the last few years, people get despondent. They get a knock. They just put them in the corner and don't use them. They deteriorate, and then they end up going really broken up for parts for the XR2 bits.
yeah.
So that has to stop. Yeah. And also insuring them for £500, thinking they're going to save 50 quid on their insurance. What you save is £1 on your insurance, and the insurance companies are rubbing their hands together because they'll never pay out.
Yeah.
So they'll look at it and say, well, you've got £300 excess, here's £200 for your car.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, you've got a £300 excess, here's £5 grand for your car, which is what they should be saying. And then you can repair the car.